Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode here. Today I'm going to talk about the Apple Watch and the red exclamation mark error screen that a lot of us have been seeing out there. So I'm going to share with you today my experience talking to Apple support to get the watch fixed. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, like I said, the Apple Watch has been plagued with this red exclamation mark error screen when you turn it on. There's nothing you did, but it just happens. So one of the things I did, I just had to call Apple support. But that's not where the problem started. The problem started when I had to actually set up the repair request. So I dug out the Apple Watch. Now this has been going on for a couple of months now. So the local store here, just to share with you my experience here, the local store had shut down for remodeling, and they're not going to open up until November. So for some instinctual reason, I contacted them today, and it was just within the warranty period. But that wasn't stopping me, because from what I've read, the red exclamation mark is what, quote, the technical support person said on the phone today is a catastrophic error, and that they were able to get the $239 service charge that they would have charged me, that I was initially quoted today, by contacting Apple support. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. So let's just take a quick look. I'm going to zoom in here and show you what you've probably already seen, a little bit about this red exclamation mark error message. So I turned on the watch one day and went to charge it up, and right when it starts charging up, it'll show you the Apple logo, and then before it actually goes, it didn't even go into the charging phase, it just went right to the red exclamation mark error screen. So with a little research online, I went ahead and found out that this is going on with a lot of people's watches, and some of the experiences that you'll read about will talk about the sending in the watch and Apple is replacing the watch with a new one or whatnot, but everybody's experience is going to be different. So today my experience has been, I had to really fumble around to get my phone call in, or to get to square one of merely communicating with Apple support. So the first half hour of talking with Apple support was basically to confirm that the watch belonged to me. It was a big security protocol thing. I needed another Apple device to log in and use Find My iPhone to first find the phone. Now I told, or find the phone, find the watch, right? And again, this has nothing to do with me. It's about protecting or security or making sure I didn't find the watch and was trying to pull a fast one. Again, this security to protect the interests of Apple was kicking in, and had nothing to do with providing me with ideal customer support. So I followed all the instructions, and I told them, look, I don't use the iPhone anymore. That's in storage and probably require an hour's worth of charging to get it up and running. Do I really need the iPhone to put in the request to fix this $400 watch at the time? I told him that I have a iPad, current iPad, with me at the time of the call, and he said, well, okay, we can use that. So I break out the iPad, and he asks me to go into Find My iPhone, and you to find my iPhone, and I'm telling the guy, well, the watch was with me. I had put it in my car with the box, and because you need the serial number or whatnot. So there I am, trying to find my iPhone, which I know is in storage, uncharged, not turned on, or whatnot. So there it is. I turn on and find my iPhone, and it finds me and the iPad over at the local Starbucks. And then I'm like, well, what next, my fine fellow technical support friend? And he says, well, okay, now hit the drop down menu and show all the devices that it's trying to find. And there are all my devices that I've ever purchased through Apple, right down to my iPhone 6 Plus, which I washed and is no longer functional from years ago. which caused me to use the iPhone 5S, but that's too small now. I have a lot of the older iPads, the iPad Air 2s, and all that stuff, all that history of all your products they're tracking. So I said, well, there's my Apple Watch, and what do you want me to do next? He says, well, I want you to click on it, and then let's remove the device. I'm like, remove the device? That sounds a bit scary. Then I have no proof that I own this device at this point, according to their security protocol. But apparently having the device pop up with the Find My iPhone system is a very satisfactory way to have proven that I particularly owned this watch. And they're just tracking you on top of everything else they track on you. So it probably contacted them at the moment I had logged on to the iPad, triggered Find My iPhone, that particular sequence of steps put me on somebody's live radar that I was trying to find my iWatch, or my Apple Watch rather. So now that we found the iPhone in Find My iPhone, or we found the Apple Watch, I'm sorry, this is getting so confusing. And again, I'm on the phone, I'm wondering what's going on, and this is all about security at this point. It's not about fixing or sending me and how to fix the watch. It's about just confirming that I'm not like some idiot out there trying to get a free watch from Apple. So 45 minutes into the call, we finally removed the device. I was like, okay, that was satisfactory to him. And then he goes, okay, let me get some contact information from me, my name, my address, and email address, a phone number. I mean, everything is being tracked at this point. I'm giving up all this information. Nothing's happening. And then he finally comes on and tells me, well, according to my records, the phone is out of warranty. And again, I was very specific as to what the problem is with respect to the red exclamation mark error screen. And this has been going on out there, and it's not at the fault of the user. This is a blatant defect in the watch itself. Now, once he quoted me, he says, well, okay, from what I can see here, we come up with a charge. And I go, well, what was the charge, by the way? Because I don't agree with it. This is a defect. I didn't do anything. It's an actual, the phone decided to take, the left door out there and exit the scene. So he goes, it's $239. And I'm like, well, I'm not in a position to pay that, and I explained to him that, well, this is a defect. We need to do this another way. The moment I pushed back on that repair mode and charging me and explaining to him I've seen this error message online, he then put me to a supervisor, again, layer 2 of the support request. And let's come back and I'll tell you a little bit about the experience now talking with the supervisor, or the upper level technical support, once I pushed and said defect, and also explained to him that this was a red exclamation mark error screen that really is something that's popping up from no fault of the user in themselves. Alright, so level 2 kicks in, and I'm speaking, his name is Justin, by the way. And he's very professional, and sounds like he's got all the 8 cylinders firing in his engine there. And I explained to him, well, this is quite extraordinary. So they make me wait. So it's like this pause, and I'm like, you're wondering, well, what's going on here? This iPhone basically just short-circuited itself and decided to go out the exit door, and now they're trying to charge me $239. And you're there on your hands and knees going, oh, please, 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 when it's in fact, and I'll tell you, quote, a catastrophic error that the device experienced, according to Justin, the technical level 2 support guy that they transferred me to. So once I got here, Justin admitted that Apple's aware of the red exclamation mark error screen that the Apple Watches are experiencing. And after he said it was a catastrophic condition or error for the device, he says, look, I'm going to go ahead and make this exception and get this iWatch or Apple Watch repaired or remedy the situation. And then he said he would waive the costs and make an exception because of the catastrophic nature of the issue. I know this is just kind of like a one-on-one here, but I wanted to share this particular experience, because I think a lot of people would get intimidated right at level 1 and just throw up their hands, either paying that repair cost or just giving up and just kind of shelving the watch or locking it up in a drawer somewhere. Wrapping up my experience today talking to Apple support, he said that he would be shipping me a box, and in that box I will put the watch only without the band, and then have it shipped back to him. And we didn't talk about the process that's going to happen afterwards. Hello everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to go and insert this one particular episode, this one segment that includes me packaging the iPhone. The box did come in quite promptly, within a couple of days. It looks like they sent it FedEx overnight, so they're not monkeying around when they're sending you the box. So you get the box, and I'm going to show you exactly what the box looks like. And then we're going to put it inside the box, we're going to prepare the watch, we're going to seal the box, and then we're going to be all ready to hand it off to the package store so that they can get it over to Apple as soon as possible. Okay, the first thing here, to show you the box. The box is relatively small, it's not a big box. And then let's see what's inside the box. This is an open box of the box to return the watch. So here we got the bunch of stickers and labels in here, whatnot, and then we've got an inner box here, obviously where the main box is going to be putting the watch in here. And of course this is a box that's all white, decked out in the Apple style. And it's got let's see what we got in here. This is just to open it up, and I guess we're gonna sandwich the watch in there. So as you know, we want to remove the actual strappage. You do that by pressing these little cylindrical looking guys here. It frees up the grabbers down there to push it, and then you can slide it out. Alright, so now we've got the watch ready to give, and bye-bye watch, we're going to put you in here, we're going to sandwich you right in there, we're going to put that red X right in there, so they can see the red X. Can you see the red X there? Probably not with the reflections of the light. There we go, put it in there, I'm going to enclose that right up in there, we're going to slam that right in there. So now we've got to flip this label around and do something with all these stickers. So apparently now there's a label underneath the label. So let's see how this works here. So we're going to take the label off the label. There we go. And you pull that off to AI 45 Logistics Drive, Suite 100, Carlisle, Pennsylvania, 17000 US. And that's going to be my label. So we pull this one off. That looks right so far. And I believe this is the tape that they want you to use to seal up the sides of the box. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Hello. This is pretty cool, these little strips of tape there. So we're going to put one here. Right, we're going to put that right there. And how many we got? We got three. Three kind of open ends here. Here. There she go. Alright, and this, I guess, we'll put that in the back. Just put it back here somewhere. Alright, so there's my box. And we got my thing on there. And there's the box ready to go. Again, I got my straps off to the side here. And then there's the box. Well, it finally came in, or I finally picked it up today, but it did come in most recently. I was out of town and decided to go ahead and check the delivery status of this particular replacement Apple Watch. So, there it is. The box is the same box, well, the same size box that I put the my original watch into and sent it back to the Apple Watch Center according to the labels that they had sent me, and all of that seemed to work. So what I'm going to do now is just go and open this box, see what's in there, and let's both explore this together and see if there's anything interesting or odd or how satisfactory this part of the process of replacing a watch that has experienced the red exclamation mark error message. Alright, so let's see what's in the box now. Oh, I guess I better get the old fancy dancy razor blade or whatever you guys use. Sometimes I use a key. There just seems to be one particular here. Let's go ahead, without any further delay, pop this sucker open and see what's in here. Wow, look at that. A fancy schmancy. Oh, a blue signature. You don't see that. Is this an original signature or is it just color laser printer printed blue? So we've got a packing list in here. Okay, now we open the box. Box seems to have some sort of a seal around it. How nice, and see, can you see the shiny? So we've got a nice little an original signature. Document is dated June 13 again. Kind of like the shipping time here. Let's move this out of the way. And now we're here. So let's take a look and now see for the grand effect here about the box in the box. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Everybody sit down, don't worry. Turn off your cell phones. And you be quiet back there, don't you? You just be observant. So I'm going to slide it out here. Pulling that right out of there. Popping that right up there. Nice box. Everything's very cozy, Apple cozy, if you know what I mean. Well, this company who's doing the repair is definitely. All right, so we've got a sealed watch here, okay? And again, we get a nice packaging here. The Apple is not holding back at all. They're giving you a nice box to use here for that. So let's take a look and get into this watch. I'm gonna bring the camera a little closer. So let's take it out of its plastic bib, if you would. And I hope that stays in focus. I'm quite zoomed in. And I'm just gonna go and turn it on here. There's the Apple logo. Let that start up for a minute. And again, the progress of this whole red exclamation mark error message repair request submitted to Apple started off with a long industrious phone call, and then finally upgraded to a level 2, who then recognized the catastrophic error and made the arrangements to do a swap back of the not a swap, but arrangements to send a box out where I would put the Apple Watch in there, send it to their repair center in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. They repair it and then they send it back. The ship date was June 13th, and they actually shipped back the same exact watch after having obviously repaired it. So we're waiting for the logo right now to go ahead and fire up. I've got off to the side here the straps. We're going to have to put them on, and also a charging module here to get the Apple Watch charged. So I want to go ahead and put that right on there as well to get that charge going onto the back of the watch. So now there's a little ding that has occurred in the fire up. That's basically the acknowledgement that the Apple Watch does sense that it has a charger attached to it. And now we're going through the initial screens as you would for any Apple device, different languages and whatnot. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and attach these straps. Let's see, which strap do I want? Let's see. So I want it to come in from here. So let's put this strap here like this, yeah. Put it right on there. I might want to put it the other way. Alright, so that's just a secondary strap. That's an accessory strap from a non-Apple distributor. And we're going to put it back on the charger. So there, with the strap, it's charging. It's about a quarter charge right now. Alright everybody, there you have it. I'm going to have to go get the Apple iPhone out of storage so I can finish configuring the watch. But in summary, yes, the watch had some initial issues. To wrap this all up, I would say when you call, I felt that there was a little gaming going on from customer service. They first told you it's out of warranty. Oh, okay, goodbye. Well, if that didn't work, then they tell you, well, there's going to be a repair cost. And then when you put your foot down and say this is a defect, they then bumped you up to another level of support, which then recognizes and starts calling it a catastrophic defect. This is in my world, I think it's almost like a defective airbag. The company should repair it and get it back to you. This isn't something you did to the watch. It's just a catastrophic defect, according to Apple. So, the watch came back relatively quickly. It was all irrelevant as far as them sending you a box. You put it in the box, send it out, and then it comes back to you all nice and tidy, wrapped up in this Apple boxing and packaging and stuff like that in the same box. So, other than that, I'm going to set this all up. I don't think I'm going to have a problem at that point. Let's consider this project closed. And until next time, thank you for watching. I hope you picked up a couple of tidbits here and there. And I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.